So in that, I think kya tha koi last class mein 23rd was over now. Hmm. 23rd was over. Now look at the problem number 24. Substitute this 24. A comma B comma C are in AP. Then the roots of the equation ax square plus 2bx plus c is equal to 0 are in. So just observe this problem. Since it is given that A comma B comma C are in AP, we know that if any three terms are in AP, then the 2 times the middle term is equal to the sum of the remaining 2 terms. This is the condition was given indirectly. Then what are the roots of this equation ax square plus 2bx plus c is equal to 0? What are the nature of this root? We have to find it. So if you want to find the nature of the root, first of all we have to find the discriminant value, that is a b square minus 4ac value. We have to find it. So b square, b means here it is a 2b whole square minus 4ac, 4 into a into c, that is ac. This value we have to find it. But they have given that the value of the 2b is a plus c. 2b is equal to a plus c, that was given. Substitute that here. It is a plus c whole square minus 4ac. So tell me, how do you write a plus c whole square minus 4ac? A plus c whole square minus 4ac, how can you write?
4b square.
A square plus 2ac plus c square.
नहीं, थोड़ा सिंप्लीफाई किया तो क्या
B
मिलेगा?
square minus 4ac.
Because a plus c whole
Minus
square, a minus c whole square. That's the direct formula, we know it. A minus c whole square, right? So, but they have given that a, b, c are in AP. If these are in AP, a and c are not equal, no? A and c are never be equal, since it is non-constant AP. That's why. So these a and c are never be equal. If these are not equal, and this is also never be equal to 0. If this is 0 means a should be equal to the c. But a and c are not equal. That's why a minus c whole square always gives the positive value only. So a minus c whole square is a perfect square, always gives a positive value. So that's why. So we got the discriminant value is positive. Then what about the roots?
Real and distinct.
Real and distinct. Real and distinct roots we will get it. That is the answer. The roots are real and distinct. Like that.
Sir, but in answer key it is given third option real.
Yes, sir.
What's the problem?
Yes, sir.
Problem.
24, sir. Yes, sir.
No, because real, why they have given in the problem, they didn't mention it is a non-constant AP. It may be the constant AP also, no? If it is the constant AP means, suppose if I consider series 2, 2, 2, etc. So this is also the sequence of the AP whose common difference is 0, no? Which is called the constant AP. If it is the constant AP, all the terms must be equal in that AP, that is called the constant AP. It might be the constant AP also, because they said that ABs are in AP only. That may be the constant AP, non-constant AP. Here A is equal to B is equal to C, also possibility is there. When A is equal to the C, this greater than equal to 0, also possibility is there. Okay, that's why is equal to 0 means it may be the roots also might be equal, but in both the cases the roots are real, it is satisfying. Suppose in the problem if they have mentioned that it is a non-constant AP, A comma B comma C are in non-constant AP, if they have mentioned that, then in certain cases equal to 0 will not come. Okay. So since they are not mentioning about that, that's why equal to 0 also possibility is there. That's why the roots are real. May be equal, may not be equal. Okay. Next, look at the next problem. Observe the 25th problem. Ax square minus 2a plus 3 into x plus 3 plus 5a is equal to 0 has no real roots. So, this ax square minus 2a plus 3 into x plus 3 plus 5a is equal to 0 has no real roots. Then a lies in the interval. So here the condition is that they are saying that this equation has no real roots. So if that equation has no real root means the discriminant value b square minus 4ac
Less than
value is
0.
less than 0. Means indirectly they are given this condition. Now we will apply this condition b square. B means x coefficient, that is minus of 2a plus 3 whole
2a
square,
plus 3.
that is 2a plus 3 whole square, minus 4 into a means a, c means 3 plus 5a is less than 0. Means we are getting an inequation here. Whenever the less than or greater than symbol is there, we are getting the inequation. Now we have to solve this inequation. For solving the inequation, already I was given the formulas to you. If you simplify that, we may get a quadratic expression here. For that quadratic expression, find the factors of that. Then find the roots of that equation. If alpha, beta are the roots, the product of the factors is less than 0, then the interval is that x lies in between the alpha and beta. So that formulas I was given, we will apply that formula. Now if you expand that, 2a plus 3 whole square, what the expansion is? 4a square plus
4a
2ab,
square plus
2 into
6.
2, 4, 4 3 is the 12a plus 9 minus 4 3 is the 12a, 4 3 is the 12a minus into plus minus 5 4 is the 20a square is less than 0. Okay. Now 4a square minus 20a square means minus 16a square. 12a is getting cancelled, plus 9 is less than 0, right? Now whenever the coefficient of a square or x square, we get the negative sign, first make it as a positive to avoid the confusion, multiply by minus sign. If you multiply by the minus sign, this is 16a square, that is I can add 4a whole square, minus 9 I can add the 3 square. Whenever if you multiply by the minus sign, that inequality get reversed. Remember that. Whenever you multiply by the minus sign, that inequality get reversed, less than become greater than equal to 0. Greater than 0. Understand? Now it is in the form of a square minus b square. The factors क्या आया था?
4a plus
3,
3, 4a minus 3.
4a minus 3 is greater than 0. Then what are the roots of this equation? What are the roots?
Minus 3 by
3
4
by
and
4.
3 by 4.
3 by 4.
Minus
So,
3
3
by
by
4 and 3 by 4.
3 by 4. So we know this formula for the inequation is that if x minus alpha into x minus beta is greater than 0, then x interval is that from minus infinity to the alpha union beta to the infinity, means x does not lie between the alpha and beta. It is smaller than alpha or bigger than beta, that is the interval for it. When greater than symbol is there. Also greater than, na? Where alpha means that is a smaller
Yes.
root, beta is the bigger root. Therefore, what is the interval for the a here?
Minus infinity, comma,
Uh,
minus 3 by 4.
Which bracket?
Union,
Open bracket.
union 3 by 4,
3 by
3
4,
by 4, infinity.
Infinity. That is answer. So there is a open bracket, we have to keep it because equal to is not there here. If equal to is there, we have to keep the closed bracket here. So this is interval for the A. Take that.
Done, sir.
Okay.
Done. Done.
Next, look at the next problem. Observe this 26th problem. If the roots of the equation are equal, then which of the following is not possible? A plus B plus C equal to 0. A is equal to B is equal to C. A plus B omega plus C omega square is equal to 0. A plus B omega square plus C omega is equal to 0. So which of the following options are not possible? The roots of that equation are real. Okay. Just observe that. So in the last class only we have seen that that equation. The equation is
one.
that option 1 is correct. X minus A into X minus B plus X minus B into X minus C plus X minus C into X minus A is equal to 0. This is the given equation, right? Now, if you multiply this, tell me what is the equation we are getting? So yesterday we have multiplied this
3x
3x
square.
3x square.
3x
minus 2 times
minus 2
A
times
plus
A
B plus
plus
C
B
into X
C
plus
Plus
AB
BC
plus
plus
BC
CA plus
plus
AB.
CA is
C.
equal to 0. So if you multiply all the terms, this is the equation we are getting. Since they have given that the roots are equal. So when the roots are equal, the condition is that the discriminant value is 0. B square
0.
minus 4AC value is 0. That implies B square means minus 2 into A plus B plus C whole square. That is 4 times A plus B plus C whole square minus 4 into AC. A means 3. C means AB plus BC plus CA is equal to 0. Okay, this is the condition. Now here you can observe that both the terms you can divide it by 4. Then if you expand this, A plus B plus C whole square expansion is A square plus B square plus C square plus 2AB will be there here minus 3AB. 2AB minus 3AB means minus AB.
Minus AB.
2BC minus 3BC means minus BC and minus
Minus
CA will
BC.
be there is equal to 0. Right? This is the condition we got it. Tell me when this value will be 0. So this is the point we have to remember it carefully. Just observe that.
If roots are real.
Here I will multiply by the 2. I will multiply every term by the 2. If you multiply by the 2, then it is 2A square plus 2B square plus 2C square minus 2AB minus 2BC minus 2CA is equal to 0. We will get it. I will multiply by 2 on both the sides. Okay. Then this 2A square I will add A square plus A square. 2B square I will add that B square plus B square. 2C square I will add C square plus C square minus 2AB minus 2BC minus 2CA is equal to 0. Okay, like that I will write every term. Now I will take 1A square, 1B square and 2AB. A square plus B square minus 2AB. How can you write it?
A minus
A
B.
minus
A
B
minus B whole square.
Whole square. Good. Similarly, I will take 1B square, 1C square, 2BC.
square.
B
B
minus
minus C whole
C
square.
whole square.
Minus C whole square. Similarly, I will take A square plus C square minus 2AC.
A minus
A
C whole
minus
square.
C
Whole
whole square.
minus C whole square is equal to 0. Okay, this is the point you have to remember. So whenever if you find an identity in this format, A square plus B square plus C square minus AB minus BC minus A is equal to 0. That is also equivalent to A minus B whole square plus B minus C whole square plus C minus C whole square is equal to 0. Right? Means here you can observe that this is a perfect square. This is also a perfect square. This is also a perfect square. So perfect square means it never be negative, right?
Positive.
So this is positive or zero. Every term is the positive or zero. When it is possible, this sum is going zero.
All terms
all
are
terms
zero.
are
All
Means
zero.
terms are
all terms are
zero. Yeah. If all the terms are zero, then only the sum is going to be the zero, right? If all the terms are zero means A minus B is zero, B minus C is zero, and C minus also zero. When A minus B is zero means A is equal to
equals to D
B
equals
and B is
B.
equal to C. So this is the condition we have to remember, right? Because in so many cases, we are going to get this identity. A square plus B square plus C square minus AB minus BC minus CA is equal to 0. So if this is possible, if this is 0, that is possible only when A is equal to B is equal to C. This is the point you have to remember. Therefore, A is equal to B is equal to C, then only it is possible. This is the point we have to remember. Okay. Now the problem is that which of the following options are not correct? Which of the following options are not correct? So the first option is that A plus B plus C is equal to 0. Is it true always?
First option.
No,
Is it
sir.
true?
no, sir.
No.
Because for all the values of A, B, C, it may not be equal to the 0. That's why it is not correct. Second option, A is equal to B is equal to C. This is correct. That is, we
Correct.
got it, right? Means that is correct. That's why that is not the, that is wrong option. Okay. Which is not correct from the following. Means we are identifying wrong option. Sorry, wrong answer. That is the correct option. Third option क्या है? A plus B omega square plus C omega, right? So here A is equal to B is equal to C.
C omega square. B omega plus C omega square.
So let it be, whatever it may be there. So since we know that A is equal to B is equal to C now, suppose if I take all these three are equal to say some K, A equal to K, B equal to C, K and C equal to also say K, A, K, B, K, C also K. If I substitute them, I can take the K common from all of them. Then 1 plus omega square we are getting.
Yes.
What is the value of 1 plus omega square?
0.
Zero.
Zero.
That's why that is also correct now. So that's why that is not our
Yes,
answer.
sir.
Then fourth option में क्या दिया? A plus
A plus B omega
B
square
omega
plus
square
C
plus C
omega.
omega.
plus C omega.
C omega.
Same procedure.
Zero.
Here also
Zero.
0. That's why that means
Zero.
this answer also correct. That's why that is not our correct option. That's why only correct option is first option. There is not 2.
Done, sir.
हो गया?
Yes,
Done.
sir. Yes, sir.
Look at the next problem. If the roots of the equation are changed by the same quantity, then the expression in A comma B comma C that does not change is which of the following quantity does not change even though if you change the roots with the same quantity. So first you should understand the problem. So here the equation is ax square minus bx minus c equal to 0. This is the given equation. Even though if you change the roots with the same quantity, then which of the following does not affect? Okay. Suppose let alpha comma beta are the roots. Let us assume that alpha comma beta are the roots, right? Suppose if these roots have changed by the same quantity. Same quantity means suppose each root, if I increased by the k unit or if I decreased by the k unit, let us assume that. Let each root is increased by the k unit. Let us assume that each root is increased by the k unit. Therefore, what is the new roots now? alpha plus k and beta plus k.
Beta plus K.
So each root is going to change like that. So if each root is increased or decreased by the k unit, then what about the difference of the root? Alpha plus k minus of beta plus k. How much?
Alpha minus beta.
Alpha minus beta. Means the difference of the roots are not changing, no?
Alpha minus
The difference of the roots are not changing, right? So this difference and this difference will be the same only. That's why each root is increased by the same quantity. Only the thing is that the difference of the roots will not change. That's the answer. Okay. If each root is increased or decreased by the same unit, their difference of the roots are not going to change. Means indirectly they are asking about what is the difference of the root. So because difference means you have to take the modulus. Tell me, how do you write modulus alpha minus beta?
Under root b square minus 4ac upon modulus a.
That formula was given, otherwise
minus
that is, you
4
can write, yeah, under root alpha plus beta whole square minus 4 alpha beta, we can write that alpha minus beta. So that is root over, what is alpha plus beta from the given equation? Alpha plus beta.
minus b by
b by a.
B by A.
B by
Okay,
B
already
by
by
A.
A.
B by A.
So B by A whole square means B square by A square.
B square by square.
Minus 4 into what is alpha beta?
Minus C by A.
Minus
C by
C
A.
So what is LCM there?
A square.
A square.
Under the square root. So root A square means A. Means root
A.
over B square plus 4AC we will get it. So this is the difference of the roots we got it. So this quantity does not change. Understand? This is the answer for it. Means this is the point you have to remember. Whenever if increased or decreased the roots by the same quantity, only the thing is that the difference of the roots is not going to change. So the difference of the roots is this much. This quantity is not going to change. So that is the answer. Take that.
Done.
Next. Look at the next problem. But इधर कौन सा option है?
third
Sir,
option.
Third.
Third
Third
option.
option, because square root is not given. They have made it as a
Squaring.
square. Squaring on both sides. They squaring किया तो भी वो amount change नहीं होता है, right? Now look at the 28th problem. If the roots of the equation bx square plus cx plus a is equal to 0 are imaginary, then for all the real values of the x, the expression is. Okay, observe this problem. 28. Roots of bx square plus cx plus a is equal to 0 are imaginary or not real. Then the roots of the equation 3b square x square plus 6bcx plus 2c square. So how these roots of that equation is? Just observe this. So they are saying that the roots of this equation are not real or imaginary. Means the discriminant value is less than 0. This is the first condition. So discriminant means b square minus 4ac. That is how much? B means here c. C square minus 4ab is less than 0. This is the condition indirectly they have given, right? So that means c square is less than minus 4ab.
Less than.
Sorry, plus 4ab. This is the condition they have given indirectly, right? Minus 4ab based on the c square less than 4ab, right? Now, come to here. What about this expression? To find that is 3b square x square plus 6bcx plus there is a 2c square is there. That is I will add 3c square minus c square. 2c square rather than as 3c square minus c square. Why? Because all these coefficients are multiples of the 3. That's why to make this c square coefficient also is the multiple of the 3. So I have written like that. Now from these 3 terms, I can take the 3 common. Take the 3 common. Then it is b square x square means that is equal to the bx whole square. Plus. If I take the 3 common from this, you'll get the 2 times bcx.
2 BC.
Times bcx. That is I can write that 2 into bx into c. Plus. I have taken the 3 common. This becomes c square minus c square will be there. Understand? Now, that is equal to 3 times. How do you write these 3 terms?
bx plus c
B1
whole square.
B plus
Bx
C whole
plus c
square.
whole
B
square
plus
minus c square. Okay. So this is that given expression. Understand? Now here observe that for all the values of the x, bx plus c whole square always gives a positive value, no?
positive.
Yes,
So
sir.
means for the minus c square, I am adding some positive value. Whatever may be the value of the x, we are going to get the positive value only here. Means for the minus c square value, I am adding some positive. If I add some positive value, this total value is greater than or equal to minus c, na?
Minus C. Yes.
This total value is more than minus c square, we will get it. That's why. So this total value is greater than or equal to minus c square. Okay, minus c square से भी ज़्यादा रहते हैं ना? Now, c square is less than 4ab. Here multiply by minus sign. Multiply by the minus sign. Minus c square is
C
greater
square
than
greater
minus
than.
4ab. Okay, minus c square is greater than minus 4ab. So this total expression is greater than or equal to minus c square means this value is greater than minus 4ab. Understand? Therefore, this expression 3 times bx plus c whole square minus c square is greater than minus 4ab. This is answer. So this expression always greater than minus 4ab. Okay, take that.
Sir, please explain that last step once again. So that
Sure.
वो minus c square से greater than or equal to कैसे आया वो?
Just observe, this is the expression we got it. 3 times bx plus c whole square minus c square we got it, right? So for all the values of the x, whatever may be the values of this, for all the real values of the x, bx plus c whole square always gives a positive value. So this is always positive. And it may be 0 also, right? If it is 0, this total value is equal to minus c square. If it is more than 0, this total value will be more than the minus c square only. So because it is a minus c square, I am adding some positive value here. If I add some positive value, this total value will be more than minus c square. Suppose if minus c square, if I take this 10, say let us assume that. So 10 plus some positive value, if I add it, this total value is more than or equal to 10 only, no? This is 0, this is equal to 10. Otherwise, this is more than 10, no? That's why. So this is minus c square plus some positive value. If I add it, then the total value is greater than or equal to minus c square. Greater than or equal to minus c square, right? But from this given condition, we know that c square less than 4ab. This is a condition, we know it, okay? C square less than 4ab. Multiply by the minus sign. Minus sign से multiply किया तो minus c square is less than become greater than minus 4ab. So we know that this expression is greater than or equal to minus c square, but minus c square is more than minus 4ab. That's why this total value also more than minus 4ab, not the equal to here, because here equal to is not there, means there also you should not get the equal to sign. That's why this expression is greater than minus 4ab. That's answer.
Done.
Done, sir.
Done, sir.
Next, look at the next problem. The simple question 29. Here that expression is given f of x, which is x square minus 3x plus 4. F of x is equal to x square minus 3x plus 4, and the values of x which satisfy the equation f of 1 plus f of x is equal to f of 1 into f of x. So we have to find the values of x to satisfy this equation. Okay, let's observe that. First here we will find the what is the value of the f of 1. f of 1 means keep x is equal to 1 in this equation. x का जगह में 1 रखो, क्या मिलेगा? 1 square minus 3 into 1 plus 4.
Plus 3.
How much it is?
2.
2. So f of 1 value is 2. Substitute here. F of 1 means 2 plus f of x means x square minus 3x plus 4 is equal to 2 times x square minus 3x plus 4. This is the equation. You have to find the roots of this equation. To find that, if you multiply by 2, it is the 2x square. X square उधर से लेके जाओ minus x square. 2x square minus x square which is x square. 2 into minus 3x means minus 6x. Minus 3 source select जाओ plus 3x. Minus 6x plus 3x. Minus 3x.
Minus 3x.
Then 2 4s are 8. 4 plus 2 6. 6 base over 8 minus 6
2.
plus
Oh.
6 is equal to 0. These are the equation. What are the factors of it?
2, 1.
Minus 2
1 and 2.
minus
Minus 2 is equal to 0. Therefore,
Minus
what are
2
the values of
minus
this?
1. 1
1
or
or
2.
2.
1 or
2.
But x equal to 1 already they have given here, no? That's why we will take x equal to 2 now.
Yes.
X equal to 2, we will take it.
Sir, but 1 or 2 option is given.
One
Yes,
or
sir,
two. That is
one
the
or
third
two
option is
option is
correct.
given.
Third option is correct. 1 or 2. दोनों भी ले सकते हैं.
Done, sir.
Okay. Let's look at the next problem. Look at the 30. The number of non-zero solutions of the equation. The number of non-zero solutions of the equation x squared minus 5x minus sgnx of 6 is equal to 0. X square minus 5x minus sgnx of 6 equal to 0. So the problem is simple, but you should know what is the meaning of sgn of x. So
Sign function.
sgn of x means that is called the signature function. Sgn of x means that is, you can call it as a signature function, or simply you can call it as a signum function. Signum function or signature function. So what is the meaning of this? Sgn of x. This is, you can also write that signum of x, or you can also call it as a signature function. So that is meaning is that this is equivalent to mod x by x when x is not equal to 0. This is 0 when x is equal to 0. This is the meaning of that function. When x is not equal to 0, mod x by x, or when x is equal to 0, that is equal to 0. That is called the signum function, right? Again, this is, we will redefine like this. Because whenever the mod x is there, when x is less than 0, when x is less than 0, when x is negative, what is the mod x?
Positive.
Positive.
Mod x is always positive, but you should remember the definition of the mod x is that when x is negative, mod x is equal to minus x. When x is positive, mod x is equal to the x.
X.
Why? Because modulus, it is the positive function. If any value it is coming out of the modulus, always should be positive. That's why when x is negative, so x itself is the negative. Again, if you multiply by the negative sign, negative into negative, positive.
Positive.
means what is the value of mod minus 6? Mod of
6.
minus 6
Six.
how much? 6. 6
Six.
बोले तो that is equal to minus of minus 6 ना?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
this value itself is the negative. To make it as a positive, again you have to multiply by the minus sign. So minus of minus 6 we have to write it. Okay, that is the 6. That's why when x is negative, mod x is equal to minus x. This is very important definition from the modulus. When x is negative, mod x is equal to minus x, we will write it because minus x become positive. When x is positive, modulus रखने के लिए जरूर नहीं, directly हमको x लिख सकते हैं, right? This is the definition of the mod x. That's why here also this is again you can define like this. Therefore, sigma function that is SGN of x